All right, Dale, we are live. Did you make that shot there?
I hit the rim.
You hit the rim. That was close.
That's good enough for me.
Live here on Xfinity 10G on 10Gs. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I saw the Verizon car riding around with that wimpy 5G this weekend.
Oh God, yeah. How pathetic was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me 10G.
half the Gs.
I'm wondering. I'm like, man, I wonder about 6 months ago when they were putting that deal together, and now they're like, oh.
Yeah, they're thinking this is gonna get them, and you're like, you're running down half cylinders, baby. Yeah.
Wait
Give me the 10G.
Yeah, wait until we see what we have with Xfinity. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. Live on YouTube, I saw some fans tuning in from Ontario, Tennessee, Miami. So we've got a lot of North America covered here.
Shoot.
So yeah, it's pretty good.
Awesome.
This first question is coming from Olivia. What's the best Talladega infield party story that you can share?
Well,
If he has an answer to this, I would have a problem. It being that he,
that he can share it.
right.
I know. Let's see. I haven't never really, I used to always like, oh man, I can't go in there. I'm not going in there. I'm racing, right? What? Can't party. But the last couple of years being in the broadcast booth, you can definitely roam around and check things out. I will say that they do a really damn good job with their concerts. When you go to the concert stage and look out across that crowd in the infield at Talladega, you don't feel like you're at a racetrack. You feel like you're at a big event, a big concert or festival, which is a great experience for everybody. I think the fan that comes there that has bought a race ticket, getting to experience that, you're feeling like, man, this is nice. I'm getting my money's worth. So I did like that. And the fact that the concert happening in the infield as opposed to on the property outside the track, I mean, that, it's a cool vibe. But I've rode around in there. Me and Tony Jr. got on the golf cart one night and cruised around, and it's everything and more than, that they say it is. It's pretty crazy. There's one of my favorite things about it is that there's a couple people that literally come and set up a bar, right?
Yeah.
And so they put up tarp walls and big horseshoe shaped bar down in the middle, and back around 2008 you would go to one of those bars inside the and it might be as big as this room.
Mm-hmm.
You'd go to one of those and you'd see 4-6 drivers hanging out. You'd see a lot of people that you knew from inside the garage. And so everybody would get curious and ease on out there, and sometimes you'd be surprised with some of the, and now they have that thing where they put drivers on that trailer and they drive them through. I haven't done that. but I've watched a lot of social media videos of it. And that looks pretty fun, and I think the fans appreciate it. I really don't have like oh man, this happened one night. I went out there and watched a bunch of concerts though, and anonymously hung out, and sometimes not so anonymously.
Yeah, I was gonna say
my favorite thing is, I'll say this, Andrew. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
My favorite thing is the post-race Twitter thread of all the things they find
that
in
they
the
leave
infield.
behind.
God, that's so fun. It's like it's got this sort of the day after Woodstock vibe.
Yeah. It tells a story.
I think it's cool. You talked about people setting bars up. There are even stages with live bands, and just walking down the strip, it's just different. You hear a song over here, and then you walk 10 more feet, and it's a different band. I think that's pretty cool from Talladega.
And a lot of times, man, Bob's walking around in there, Bob Cockris, and everybody's in there just trying to see what's going on, and it's pretty interesting. And a lot of times, even the fans, they're not like hassling any of the drivers and stuff that they see. They're like, oh yeah, there's such and such over there, and there's such and such over there, and they're not, they're too busy having a good time.
Yeah,
it's very interesting.
We'll have to see what gets left behind this year. I'm always looking forward to that Twitter thread from Talladega. This next question coming from Eric: what's the best girl dad advice that you've received?
Oh, that's everybody tells me they're going to be a real handful when they get in their teens. One guy said, I was pushing Isla in a stroller down the street in Key West one morning going to breakfast. Isla was probably 6 months. And this guy walking by turns around and goes, "She's going to break your heart in about 16 years." And I looked at Amy and I said, "Is he telling the truth?" Amy's like, "No, don't trust him. Don't believe it." I think he was telling me the truth, though.
Yeah, I think he was.
I think that, I think the one thing that I've been paying attention to, and I've heard this a lot, and people have told me this a lot, is not to wish life away. So, I can't wait till we're done with these diapers. I can't wait till we're done with these bottles. I can't wait till we don't have passies anymore, and I can't wait till Nicole's potty trained and we can stop having to worry about buying all these diapers. Stop wishing your life away, and there's so much joy in the moment with the dirty diapers and the passies everywhere, and there's so much joy in what you're doing right then, and you better damn sure soak it all in, right? Because you don't go back. When those days are gone and the kids are, when they're not, we already miss them tiny little babies, and then we're going to miss them being 5. We're going to miss them being 10. We're going to miss them being 15. We're going to miss them being home. We're going to miss it. We're going to miss them when they used to run in the bed and climb in and jump on and cuddle with you in the morning. There's days when they're not going to want to do that anymore. There's days when they'd rather be with their friends than hang out with you. And so I think that's one thing I'm trying to focus on. I don't do a great job at it, but it's trying not to wish, trying not to look so far ahead and anticipate and be too excited about the next thing. Just like soak in what you're doing right then and there. It's tough to do though, because we all feel like that. I don't know why that's a habit of ours, is to really kind of like look forward and go, man, I can't wait till this. I can't wait till that. Trying to really enjoy every day, I guess.
That's great advice. Yeah. Just in general too. Live in the moment.
For sure. Yeah. Don't let those. These are the good times, right? I know that we're all sitting here, and this is a little deep, but I know that we're all sitting here going, man, fucking short track package sucks.
Yeah.
And but it's not failed yet. Now I could be wrong, but it never fails that we look back 5 years ago, man, those were good times. 10 years ago, man, those were good times. We're going to be sitting here 5 years from now, 10 years from now going, man, that was so much fun sitting around that table.
Yeah.
Talking every Tuesday. So, yeah, I'm especially when you get around 48, 50 years old, you're like, shit.
Winding down.
Yeah.
I'm past the halfway mark.
Yeah, I'm past halfway.
It's official.
The race is official. Yeah. That's hilarious.
I've never heard it be described like that, Mike, before.
It's an official life. Whatever happens from here.
That's a T-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, that is right there. We got time for one more. On DVC yesterday, Brett was mentioning how 80% of the fans follow 20% of the big drivers. Who are the top 20 superstars in the Cup Series today, would you say?
Huh?
Like 20%. Sorry, 20%. I wasn't going to have you name. Give me like 4 or 5.
All right. Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick, Joe Logano, Kyle Busch. I mean, that's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Who am I missing?
You say Ross Chastain?
Not yet.
No.
Blaney?
Not yet.
Nope.
You don't think? What
No.
would it take for Ross to kind of reach that
The championship.
superstar? Yeah, championship.
Yeah. I mean, top 20%. That's. I mean, these Blaney, Ross, they're stars. They've got growing fan bases. Ross is probably growing quicker than anybody's, maybe, arguably. But they're right there on the cusp of that 20%, I suppose. And I'm sure that a lot of their fans right now are disagreeing with me. But there's a couple old guys that got to retire, and when they do, those guys fill the void.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I think we got time for one more quick one. Growing up, who's your favorite non-racing athlete that you looked up to?
I was I pulled for the Washington Commanders. They were the football team in the Redskins back in the day. And I had a lot of players that played for them that I loved. And, outside of racing and my dad and Kel Yarborough and other people, I mean, yeah, Washington, football players that played for Washington were my heroes. And it wasn't, there was Art Monk, who was a receiver, and I loved how automatic he was. He showed up, played, stayed healthy, called every pass, got every first down, and just was so good, And Darryl Green, and was a guy, was a cornerback for us, fastest man in the NFL. We used to brag about that as fans. Super, super good guy. Had a chance to meet him. Super nice. And just was always good. Just always there. Always dependable. Always going to stop the play. Always going to defend the pass. Always going to, pull it off when you needed him to do it. John Riggins. There's a lot of guys. I'll go, I could sit here all day and name a bunch of players that played for them, but
yeah,
trying to think anything outside of that. I mean, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, good deal. I think we learned a lot on this Ask Junior today.
Yeah, it's fun.
A lot happens at Talladega. Live in the moment, and I won't make you name 20 of the top drivers.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Great questions. Thanks for sending those in to Andrew. Andrew, you did a great job. And we appreciate everybody. We talk about on this show coming out later today. Mike went to the Grand Canyon. He gave some great insight. We talk about what is it called? Cryotherapy. And we talk about the short track package a lot. And little Talladega talk and some great Ask Junior. So I hope you guys will tune in later tonight. Thank y'all. And we'll see you later. Thank you to Xfinity and your 10G.
All right, we are out.